Hello, I'm Mustafa. I didn't come here to become a leader or to show you off, to demonstrate the resilience of an Iranian girl to you. Imagine being crushed under a mountain of stress and uncertainty, not knowing if your words will ever reach anyone's ears. These days, the skies of our hearts are not blue. We don't know what will happen, what disasters may befall us, or whose heads may roll. We're trapped in a defective cycle, and it's a painful chapter in history. Personally, I'm working here, living a life, but all the colors in my thoughts are fading away, replaced by dark nightmares. The significant decrease in families' financial power over the past few years is evident. Do you really understand what I'm saying? For example, do you know that working every day for meager wages while facing skyrocketing expenses in housing, food, education, healthcare, clothing, and more, due to numerous and astronomical price hikes each year, is making it harder for people to afford even their daily needs? And here you are, just striving to get by. The 65,000 Toman dollar is shattering dreams. It's wiping away smiles. People are worried. Men are ashamed. I started my married life 5 years ago, and in those 5 years, working from 8 in the morning until 10 at night, I could only manage to buy a 60 square meter house in one of the suburbs of Tehran, paying a monthly installment of $210 to the bank, while my income is only $300. And all these expenses are in addition to the daily cost of living here. For years, people have been protesting the situation. For years, we've been trapped in this condition, becoming more restricted in an increasingly free world. We're losing out on moments of joy in life, struggling for survival. And we, the real 90% of the people, have this feeling, not the rosy picture of Iranians you might have seen. It's not that we're cold. It's just that history hasn't shown the colorful happiness of Iranians, the unparalleled taste and art of Iranians that are renowned in every field worldwide. The discussion is about the reality of life. It's about the opportunity to live and the deprivation of peace by oppressors around the world. Unfortunately, the restrictions here are such that I have to be cautious in my words, lest I end up in prison for speaking the truth. When I say restrictions, maybe you don't realize the depth of the tragedy. We and you are very different. I wish everyone would listen to my words. I don't know how long it will be after uploading this video that my country will enter a war. I don't know. Maybe I'll be among the casualties by then. It's really bad that no matter what you do, you have to worry about a potential war or another sanction, or a public protest that might lead to a massacre by the regime. Like Aben, like Massa. Many of us, from my generation and those before, haven't had favorable conditions since birth. We, the first generation, were opponents of traditional beliefs and the stagnation of the ancient Arab camel riders era. It's disheartening to see a country like Iran, with its potential and historical inclination towards progress, now isolated and under sanctions. I want to convey that the platform for war and conflict doesn't yield any fruitful results. Innocent bloodshed only leads to more suffering. Everything you hear about this land, from the elegance of poetry to the intricate architecture born out of a peaceful mindset, has been marred every time by the selfish acts of rulers. Take, for example, the Turkmenchai Treaty, signed during the Qajar era following Iran's defeat in the South Caucasus and Azerbaijan. This treaty resulted in the ceding of some territories from the Qajar government to Russia. Today, thanks to the filtered virtual space, people become aware of the insane embezzlements within the administrative system, like the recent case of a tea importing company embezzling $3.4 billion of state currency. It's ironic how investigations often end up futile, diverting attention with sensationalism. News breaks about a missing oil rig, only to find out it was sold off by the son of an official. Isn't it curious? Just recently, a figure was found to have registered numerous lands under their own name, then comically claimed their signature was forged. It's not amusing. They boldly announce in the media that their signature was forged and the document was falsified. Ridiculous. In summary, I have a lot to say, and I'd like to hear your thoughts. This is the first segment of our homemade radio in Iran. Thank you for listening.